Hi, welcome to Conspiracy Cases. My name's Jeff Dixon. I'm your host for this series where we look at conspiracies. There are conspiracies that are happening all around us all the time, conspiracies that absorbs people's thoughts, that distract them from being what they ought to be. Sometimes conspiracies can become all-consuming. Sometimes conspiracy can turn you into a nut job. There are conspiracies nonetheless. Today, I want to talk to you about the conspiracy of Montauk Point. There are tons of conspiracies that revolve around Montauk Point. Montauk Point is in New York. And the conspiracies there, if you buy into them, can cause you to doubt the whole existence of reality, truth, and the universe as you've come to know it. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, well, how come I don't know anything about Montauk Point? And my answer to you is, you will after this series of conspiracy files. So this is your lucky day. Montauk Point lies at the top of Long Island, New York. It is sometimes known as the home of Camp Hero, a United States Air Force radar station. The camp was commissioned by the U.S. Army in 1942 to defend New York in the event of an invasion. Designated to look vaguely like a fishing village, it consisted of a group of fairly innocent-looking buildings, flanked by two large concrete bunkers, half submerged beneath the topsoil, which housed four 16-inch naval guns. As it turns out, the guns were fortunately never needed. In the 1950s, the camp housed a joint Army and Air Force radar surveillance unit. The U.S. Army left in 1957 and gave the entire camp over to the Air Force. 5 years later, the five-story tower was commissioned for the very first time, and it housed at the top of this tower that they built a 75-foot radar dish, which began to operate as the Coastal Defense Warning System until the end of the 1970s, and then it finally ceased operating in 1981. That's the history of Montauk Point. So what do we have? Well, we have a base that was established that was supposed to be hidden, that looked like a fishing village. The Air Force, the Army, both used it over a period of time. Eventually, the Army decided that they didn't need it anymore, and so it was turned over to the Air Force, and the Air Force immediately went to work and built this massive tower that could be used as a big radar for self-defense. What could possibly go wrong with that? And where could the conspiracy be? I mean, after all, it was a military base that they disguised to look like a fishing village. It's got all the makings of a great conspiracy story, and that's what it is. And so on our next episode of the Conspiracy Files, we'll dig just a little bit deeper and look beyond the official story of Montauk Point. I'll join you then.